Well, I've been telling you guys that I've got this chicken fat that I've been saving. All this chicken that I have, that I've cut off all the fat, the gristle, everything in it. It's time to go ahead and make some, render it down to make some chicken fat, so I can use it to fry stuff in. So let me go ahead and open each of these bags, and I'm going to use a pan here, a deep pan here. I'm going to turn it on to medium. Set it to medium. And I'm going to add my chicken parts, my chicken fat. I've added all my chicken fat in here. I've got a lot. We're just going to let these cook down, and cook down. I'll show you what it looks like when all of these, they're still a little frozen in here, but that's okay. I'm just going ahead and cook them all down. It's going to take a while on the stove, so whenever you do this, be prepared that it's going to take a minute, okay? It's not going to be something real easy and quick. It may be a little bit faster if they were thawed, but not by much. So I'll be back when these have separated a little bit and have thawed a little bit more, and then I can show you the process more, because we're just going to keep cooking on them until it all is going to break down into a liquid. And I'll be right back. Alright, so it looks like it's coming up to temp, and I just went ahead and turned it up a little bit. I turned it up to medium high, and we can let it just cook. I'm going to see if I can separate some of those pieces down a little bit, but some of this fat is from, some of this fat is right from the raw chicken, and some of it I used from my chicken broth. I took the fat from my chicken broth when I made it, and I saved it. That's what the discoloration is right here, because this was seasoned. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to cook that down as well. So I didn't want to waste that fat. So this is just from the store-bought chicken here, but this right here is from my farm chicken. So we'll put that all together, and it won't make too much of a difference there, because we're just using the grease to have some grease on hand. So if you can't get to the store, please save your chicken fat so that one day you'll be able to have oil so that you can cook things in or fry things in, one of the two. Alright, I'm going to try to see if I can't break this down, and I'll be back. Okay. Some of this is breaking down. There you go. It's hot enough to break down now. I'm just going to keep barking away at it until I can get all this fat to loosen up and cooking. Alright, so we're just going to keep letting it cook and cook and cook. And I'll be back. As you see, it's rendering down very well. We have grease in there. We also have a whole bunch of just pieces. Nice and brown pieces. I'm just going to keep letting it cook. It's not done yet. So I moved it down a little bit. It was popping really, really good. And just be careful, that grease will pop. And just make sure you don't put your face in front of it, because it does burn. So don't let that grease get to your face. But just keep stirring it up a little bit here and there. Just letting that fat cook. As you can see, I mean, there's still pieces here that need to be cooked down. So just keep going. We're not done yet. My pieces are starting to get a little brown, a lot brown, I should say. I'm good with that. So I'm going to go ahead and take and get all of this drained. Right now I have a colander and a glass measuring cup. So I'm just going to pour it all in there, and I'll show you what that is in a minute. Okay, I poured it all into a colander. I'm gonna let these cool down. You want to get them nice and cold. Don't touch them. They're really, really hot. And you can do whatever you want to do with these pieces. You can keep them for dog treats. You can eat them yourself if you like the crunchy stuff. But what I'll do is I'll let them all cool down and then I'll jar it up. But what I'm interested is in this grease right here. That's what I'm interested in. That will stay warm for a little bit, and then I'm going to pour that into a jar. And then it's going to be like a creamy white when it's done, when it's nice and cold. I'll show you that when I'm done with this cooling down. Alright, here is what I've got left. All this, that's going to be good chicken fat. Let me go find my container. And when it gets cold, it's going to turn like this. This is my chicken fat. And so what I'm about to do is I'm just going to add this hot chicken fat to this right now. You don't want the other stuff in there. You just want the oil itself. So that's good. All right. And then when this gets nice and cold, it'll turn just as creamy as that. And you can just use that for your oil. And that's my chicken fat. And that's how you render chicken fat. Yeah, look at all that right there. My dog's gonna love me. This is like natural dog treat right in here. You can let it get nice and cold. Like I said, and this will be real easy to use on the stove. Good chicken fat. And that's how you render down chicken fat. Well, I put my chicken bits in here. This is my dog treats. And then this is what it looks like now that it's cooled down. And you can kind of see the difference between one or the other. This one I used with my chicken broth fat. I had it mixed in there too. So that's why these two colors are different. But it doesn't really matter. They're both chicken fat. So we're all good to go. And that's what I do. I just reuse it and reuse it. And maybe one day I'll make a video on how to clean your oil without having to throw it all away. So, but right now, that's how you render chicken fat. Thanks for watching. Love you guys.